Alright, welcome back all you hobbyists out there. Today we're going to be playing Rimworld. It is a story generated by the blah 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 blah. Anyways, it's a survival game, survival management game. You got different ways of playing it. I don't think I have any mods installed. No, I don't. Okay, so this is basically just as bare minimalist as it can get. Alright, so we'll do this one. Crash landed. I think that's how the game is supposed to be played. The three of you awake from your cryo-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown rim world. Alright, so these are all of our starting materials. Okay, you know what? We're going to do Cassandra Classic. Between the other two, Random Randy. So these are just like, kind of like difficulties, I guess you could say. So she will randomly generate events, give you time to breathe, and then come back with more. Now you can actually do another level of difficulty. We'll do this one. It's not the easiest, obviously, but it's also not the hardest. So, let's get started. That all looks... We'll do 50%. That all looks normal. I mean, yeah, like I said, I think it's how the game is meant to be played. Yeah, those are the two. Yeah, 0 mods, no DLC, just the core game. Now, this game's been around for quite some time, actually. I remember playing it back on my MacBook. Back in college, so I know a little bit of how to play it. From what I like to play, berries, growing period. I like to find a place where you can grow year-round. Okay, so we're getting further away. Where you can grow food year-round. You can see that right here. Growing period year-round. Slate and marble. I do like both of those rocks. They look the best to me. And then I like to go advanced, starting, spring, large. We'll do large just because I know my computer can handle it. And next. Here we go. Alright. So you can't customize these people. There's some mods where you can customize every little aspect of them. It just, to me, it makes the game a little bit easier to get exactly what you want to start with. But as of right now, this is just exactly how the game wants you to play. So what I'm looking for incapable of is none. So this girl I'll keep incapable of none. Boom, there we go. Just because then I can assign them to anything that I like. Boom, there we go. Okay, the three of you awake from the sleeping sarcophagus. Blah 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 blah. Sometime later on Rimworld, please shredded starship fall around you. You start to make survival plans. All right, so here we are. On a new Rimworld, there's those survival pods. So we got Buck, Copeland, and Squirt. So, first things first, orders. Everything here we need to allow them to pick up. Because if they don't, they just think, oh, it's not ours. So Buck, because you can shoot. Copeland. Squirt's better at melee, so you'll take the knife. And then, yeah, you can just take the revolver. What's that? Flak vest. Ooh. 4 shooter, where's that? Alright, then that's all that. So, once I hit play, they'll all grab their materials and then go about what they were doing. So you can see queued, wearing flak vest normal. They'll go and grab what they need to do. Alright, so colonist needs beds, pens needed. Interesting. Okay, that's new. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. And I usually like to play in the caves. Sounds weird. But I like to dig into the caves, make my little base out here, and then that way it's a straight funnel point for invaders. So we will zone this area as home. This right here is our home base. Stockpile. So now everything from the crash will be stockpiled here. To ensure that chunks, plants, no corpses. Corpses are bad. And then we need to cover it. So a simple wood wall. And then a roof. Cannot build over palm trees. Okay, so we'll have to cut those down. all those plants cut down, and then they'll do that. Okay, so now wandering, hauling wood, hauling stuff, hauling components. Okay, then we'll just fast forward and come back once everything's moved. Alright, so as you can see here, they are building the shaded structure. It's still outside. Okay, so... Alright, so here we are. Right now, we have all of our resources that we can... Well, they're still grabbing them, but that we have gathered in this little area right here. So we have wood, packaged meals. So you can see that there's nothing affecting them, whereas out here, they're deteriorating because of unroofed and outdoors. So we'll grab them, bring them in, do what they need to do. So now we have a storage area, we need a place for our people to sleep. Easiest thing to do would be a little room. And since I believe none of them are related, we're just going to build 3 rooms. Simple enough, right? So we'll pause. Pause is your best friend in this game. I like to do 9x9 rooms. 9x9 blocks, so that I actually have an 8x8 living space. Alright, so what I've just done is I've made 3 9x9 rooms. There's no furniture in them, so they're just rooms. They're not classified as bedrooms or workspaces or anything like that. So once they get all the trees and stuff cleared out, walls built, that's when I'll put beds in there, and then they will each have an assigned place to sleep, which is important because, hey look, the colonists need beds. So I'll get back to you once that's all done. Alright, so remember when I was saying that there's some colonists that won't do things? Well, these colonists, they have their preferred tasks. All these that are in the red, those are their unpreferred tasks. Now that they are all checked, they will do them, but they don't like doing them. You know what I mean? So they won't perform them very fast. But in the early game, it's important for them to do as much as possible to try to help grow the colony. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how that goes. Alright, now like I said, in this game there is a lot of management that you get to do. There's resource management, livestock, colonists, invaders, resources. It's a resource management game. Oh hey look, steel. Totally missed that. Now our people can go and get that. So, like I said, you have to not really know exactly what you're doing. You can mess around with things, but this corner over here is your best source of information. So the colonists still need beds. A hunter lacks a ranged weapon. Need defenses, need a metal source. So all those are important. So down here in the work tab, somebody is assigned to hunting who has not a ranged weapon. So Squirt here, we'll take Squirt off of hunt. Just so that way when he goes to hunt, let's say like a rat or a scorpion or something, not a scorpion, a rat or a snake or an alpaca, he's not running up and knifing them to death. He can actually take some range and keep himself safe. And that's what we want to do. We want to try to mitigate as much risk as possible. At least in the early game. Later in game, you can take risks all you want. But because this is a commitment round or whatever, we're just going to see as long as we can make it. Now, the main goal of this here, from the beginning synopsis, is that your ship fell apart, you have very limited information, and you just need to escape. There's 2 ways of doing it. One, I'm sure will show up later, an AI comes to your aid and says, hey, make it to this spot and I'll get you off the planet. Or you have to build your own spaceship, which takes a long freaking time. Okay, so, more information here. Minor break risk. Poor mood, minor break risk, anytime. So what's wrong with Buck? So if you go down here to his needs, he had disturbed sleep, uncomfortable, ate without a table, slept in the cold, slept on the ground, outside, unsightly environment, greedy for impressive bedroom. So yeah, each colonist will have their own specific needs and things that they would like. Some don't care, some absolutely care. So now that we have these finished, pause the game here. we'll go furniture. Furniture is the easiest thing. Bed, bed, bed. Now I try to make the bedrooms pretty much identical. It's gonna look like trash. Do have a little bit of OCD. It's funny, I have OCD in video games, but not in real life. Like when it comes to my own home, it's just super weird. Now, that will now classify them as bedrooms, but who wants to have a bedroom with a dirt floor? Nobody. So, just because it's the basic stuff, we're gonna do wooden floors. Cleans it up a little bit, spruces it up. Then when we're at it, we're gonna add power lines. Power will be important later in the game, but as for now, it's just good to have them pre-installed. And when they wake up, they'll be ready to go, or they should start working on their next construction projects. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. We need some metal. So I'm gonna start a mine right here, and hopefully they just hit some metal. So as you can see here, there's different colored rock. If I hover my mouse over here, if you look in the bottom right corner, excuse me, bottom left corner, it says slate, rough slate, walk speed, the light. This right here is silver ore. Now you trade silver for anything like gold, silver, stuff like that. That's really useful. We'll mine that for sure. This right here, compacted plasteel. So plasteel, just extremely hardened steel, I guess you could say. It is a more mid-game resource, still good to get. Alright, looks like we got a mad monkey. Local monkey has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. It's pretty far, so we'll watch it. But like random events like that will happen. And if you're... Alright, so here they are. If your colonists are not ready for them, they will get them. So what we'll do is draft our 2 people with guns, set them out to watch. Now they will automatically engage whatever threat is coming their way. I'm gonna move you out of the way so you don't get shot. Come on, get it. Get it. Alright, Squirt, I need you. Attack! There we go. Alright, they are good. Buck did get hit, so let's check their health. Sight affected by dirt. Oh, okay. Probably found a monkey. So, that's no biggie. So, they just go right back to doing what they're doing. Now, another important thing to do, or to be aware of, are the zones. So, like I said before, this is the stockpile zone. Very important. Early game, just throw everything in there. Later on, you'll want to separate it from the kitchen and just general storage and things like that. This right here, the dumping stockpile zone. So I put it away from the colony, and then you want to, so you make a zone, dumping stockpile zone, storage, and then see what you can put in there. Allow raw and allow fresh. That's fine. Chunks, plants, corpses. Perfect. Just want to make sure that those options are not what's on these options. So chunks and plants. Okay. So those reflect what's going on. So eventually, someone will pick this dead monkey up and put him over there. Out of the way of the colony. There's gonna be no crap or disease tied to it. But like I said, with kitchen you want to keep all the food, and then I usually have the freezer, which we'll get into later. But the freezer is when all your hunters go out and get their kills. Well, to keep them from degrading and to get the best yield, you want to freeze your food. Henceforth, the freezer. Now, again, like I said, the reason why I like to mod this game is because I like to have one completely maxed out person, because they would just hammer through all of this mining and I can get stuff set up really easily. But that's not quite what we have here today. So, that's all right. Another thing we can do, see right now everything's checked, and so they're just kind of doing whatever they please. This doesn't really matter. Since it looks like you've been here for a while, Buck thinks you should give your faction a new name. What should we call it? Oh, crap. Faction Joe Mama. Sure. Buck also think you should give this settlement a new name. Joe House. This is the stupidest names. Whatever. But now, you know, where is it? Did you go to info? There it is. The faction Buck currently belongs to is Joe Mama. Very nice. Ooh, Flake. Cool. So, well, not quite cool, but whatever. Well, there are drugs in this game, let's just be completely honest. And your people can go grab them, take them, sell them. Honestly, I don't do drugs, but they're good money makers. So we'll make drugs eventually, and we'll sell them. Because like I said, it's great money, and a lot of the later game stuff, you need money for. Alright, so like I was saying, with all these ticks and checks and stuff like that, they will just kind of do as they please. But right here, priority 1 will be done first, priority 4 will be done last. And the other interesting to note, it will always be done in the order of left to right. So, I always like to have a clean base, so everybody can clean. Everybody needs to clean first. Then we can haul. Haul everything away. Easy, right? Everybody can research, they can do that very last. Crafting, don't need to craft. I hate art, I really do. Nobody needs to do art, art's stupid. Smithing and tailoring, it's kind of important stuff, but we'll leave that as a 3 right now. Plant cutting, not important. Mining is important. Handle, oh, we got a 9, and a 6. Okay, so the way that the skills go, they go from 0 to 20. 20 being the highest, 0 being the worst, obviously. Higher the skill, better chance, better luck, better things you can train, or how quickly you can mine materials or craft things. So having a higher skill is important. Because you are not a doctor, we're going to have you handle things. We'll have you, oh crap. We'll have you handle, and then we'll actually have you cook first. Because cooking's an important thing. We'll come back to this. So, we have a raid. They will prepare for a while and then attack. You can either prepare defenses or attack them preemptively. Okay, so this guy's got a steel knife. There's only one of them. He's really far away, so we'll just let him sit there. We'll get another alert when he's about to attack. So he's just doing his thing. So go back to work here. I'll come back when I get this all organized. Okay, so for the most part, I got this sorted out. When you get more people, you can take people off task, put more people on tasks. But for right now, because it's still early game, they pretty much do everything. So going left from right, whatever is a 1 will be done first. So if there's a fire, excuse me, if there's a fire, they'll do that first. No fires, they'll be a patient. If they are not sick, they'll be a doctor. Well, if no one needs a doctor, they'll be bed rest. If there's no bed rest, they'll do basic work, and so on and so forth. So it's a little hard to wrap your head around at the beginning, but it makes sense. So if you keep going, keep going, keep going. Alright, since there's nothing to cook, next one is a mine. So, Cooperland? What did I say? Coperland? Whatever, Copeland. He's going to mine first, and then once everything is mined, all of this is mined, he will then go to plant cutting. Nothing to cut for plants, he'll then clean. And then he'll do all of his 2s, then his 3s, then his 4s. So, kind of a good way to do it. There is another mod where you can have 1 to 9, really specify what you want your people to do. I like that a little bit more. There's just some quality of life things in the mods that you can do. Really nice to get things going. But for now, you'll see that they will go and do the things which are now assigned to them. That's the other thing too. If there's no wood or any building material, they'll just stop building. Ah, there it is. The tribe's people are now beginning their assault. So, we will monitor them. Draft our people. Gonna come this way, yep. So, Squirt, you have the knife. You'll be out front. You have the revolver, and you will come this way. Go get him, Squirt. The only bad thing is that your friends can't shoot you, so we're gonna be watching out for that. Hey, we got him. Alright, what did he have? He had the knife, and he had silver. Look at that. Now he is in pain. Could capture him. or we could uh, capture him, melee attack him to death, fire at him, carry him, tend him. We'll be merciful for now. We'll tend to him. He should snap out in a while. Oh, you totally just passed out. Alright, how about a Squirt? Squirt, you're gonna bleed to death. Let's not have that happen. Oh geez, he got up. They're taking him out. Alright, Squirt is no longer bleeding to death, thank goodness. Oh no. Okay, now he's not bleeding to death. Alright, so I'm forcing Buck to work on his own room right now. It's kind of lame. But the dude's always complaining about not having a room, so we're going to fix that right now. And as you can see, he's cleaning the dirt first before he goes to building, because Buck, that's his work order. He's cleaning, and he's nothing to handle, nothing to cook, so he'll construct stuff. And there you go. Now he's sleeping in his own room. Well, I don't know how long I've been recording, but we'll call it there for the first episode. Just from the reactions of my last few gameplay videos, I know this is different. I do know that. But it's something that's not going to stop. I will still be doing gameplay of airsoft and paintball and other things like that. But this will continue to go on. I'm just doing some relaxed games right now. Might get into some other things, some first-person shooters. Who knows what's going to happen? But I do enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And so we'll call it a day there. Come back next time, see what happens. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay awesome, and have a good rest of your day. See you later.